Is Lithium America still a good buy? Let me analyze some of the mining stocks for you to help you make the decision. At the end, I'm going to review one penny stock that is rising about 30% per day. You might want to see what it is. So my channel is Liu Stock Observe. In my channel, what I do is I analyze stocks of early discovery process. I try to find stocks most people have not been able to fully evaluate, and hopefully to catch good stocks on the rise before they are purchased by the mass. So today I'm going to be looking at rare earths and lithium mining. This is getting very important as the trade war is entering another episode with China, and China will certainly use its power in lithium and rare earths to force Trump to do something, to force concessions from America. So right now, this mining stocks is getting very important for the later half of October. So let me take a look at some of the lithium stocks first. To decide if Lithium of Americas is worth buying, we need to look at other lithium stocks. We need to understand the history of lithium mining stocks and also look at rare earth opportunities. So let's take a look at lithium mining stocks. Lithium America, LAC, is advancing Sacker Pass with a joint venture from GM. So GM invested $625 million in December 2024. Probably GM senses that with the new Trump entering the White House, their supplies of rare earths is going to be limited. And Trump also invested in this company and take a share in around October of 2025. So some of the competitions or collaborators are ALB, Albemarle. Albemarle is based in Charlotte, North Carolina. Is mining King Mountains, Magnolia, and Silver Peak, some of the locations in America. Another company is called SGML, Sigma Lithium. Sustainable Mining is the call card. There's another one that is recently merged called Elvera. Elvera is a global supplier based in Australia, so supposedly it might be friendly to the United States, it might be friendly to China, who knows, right? It's a combination of two companies. Piedmont Lithium, PLL, was delisted, and Sayona was also combined to form Alva. Let me take a look for you. So this is the historical chart. I don't want to just look at what happened in the past months. Obviously, all the stocks have been rising. So the Lithium of Americas was very high at the start, and then there was a drop, and then it increased again. Albemarle is a pretty old company, and it's been operational for several years, and there was a peak, and then it dropped. So right now is increasing again. The market valuation of this company is $10 billion, so it's actually one of the largest. Sigma Lithium has a dramatic rise, and then it dropped. This rise is mainly due to the during the Biden administration, there was a heavy push for electric cars, and then the next administration changed the policy. But right now, lithium is getting some more importance, but obviously this company was not chosen by GM and was not chosen by the Trump administration. Alvara is actually a very new company. This is like a rising star. So if you like to bet on new companies, this might be an interesting player. The valuation is only $0.5 billion. So U.S. lithium price peaked in 2022. So when you look at a lot of companies and you see a big rise and then big drop, it peaked in 2022 because of unique combinations of demand, market volatility, and supply chain constraint. Uh, it was peaking because of the EV promise, and people want to make a lot of batteries. I think the push to make batteries is still on, but the pace may not be as uh, fast as it used to be. The companies that are operating in the lithium space are certainly uh, dominated by China. China has a dominant and vertically integrated supply chain, controlling the majority of global battery cell and processing capacity, despite having few raw reserves. This is supported by a intentional government policies. China is a country where policies can be made by one party, and they consistently make these 5-year plans year after year, decades after decades. America is this democracy where policies can change every 4 years, and there doesn't seem to be a concerted effort to make a central axis of a long-term push. Now, when you talk about lithium, you also have to think about rare earths, which is actually more important, right? So if you want to bet on one mining stock, you may want to think about lithium or you may want to think about rare earths. Rare earths have more players, and honestly, it's more important because rare earths is in everything right now. So the major companies are Mountain Pass, USAR, USA Rare Earths. It's actually a kind of a spec PE project from Inflection Point. Rio Tinto is another one. ARRNF, I suspect is also a spec project. It used to be called Wyoming Rare. Now it's called American Rare Earths. I'm going to evaluate this company for you. Linus have mines in Australia, but they also have a lot of operations in Malaysia. So Linus, I suspect, is a friendly to China. And UUUU is uranium. I included in this pile because it's frequently discussed with the rare earth resources. So Rio had a big increase and then dropped. And American is actually a very young company. Let me explain to you why the stock price is so low and why it's increasing is so dramatic. Linus also had a very big increase. This big increase is all because of a rare earth push, and then the price of rare earths dropped because China entered the market, right? When Chinese players enter the market, the price dropped and then the stock dropped. So the stock drop doesn't necessarily reflect the fact that rare earths is not important. So this is a lot of stories about Linus. Linus is a Malaysia company heavily influenced by China. So be very careful about Linus. U.S. rare earths, USAR is recently been increasing, and it has actually only been formed pretty recently. Uh, so it doesn't have a bad history at this point. It's been increasing, and catch the ride if you can. Rare earth mining companies are just this, right? USAR is increasing very rapidly, but certainly being a spec company is a little bit of a negativity. So Mountain Pass might be more solid, but it's not increasing as dramatically. Energy fuels, they have been dropping like a like a rock. I did some analysis. In 2008, the stock dropped uh, mainly because of the energy crisis was probably overplayed, and there was a bear market in the financial market, as you remember. So now it's increasing. I'm not sure how far it can go. Uranium might be actually cataloged as a AI stock. American Rare Earths. This is a company worth studying because this is the one I mentioned at the hook of the video. It's only 40 cents, and it's been increasing 400, 500%, and 31% in the past day. Next week, with trade war with China escalating, I'm sure this thing will be going through the roof. So I have to see if this company is legitimate, right? The company is obviously trying to do a lot of green stuff, but it also talks a little bit about national security. It's supposedly traded on the OTC market. I looked up the management of the company. Interestingly, the company does not have a CEO. The chairman of the board does not seem to have a lot of experience in energy. The executive director seems like someone from a SPAC fund. So this actually gives away that this company is funded by as a SPAC company. Um, so be very careful when you invest. Stock investment is very risky, and take my observation for with a grain of salt, please. And I have different channels, and I hope that you like this video. And if you like it and have come this far, please, I would ask you for a favor to like this video so that we get more audience and more incentives to make more episodes. At this point, feedback from the audience is very critical for me. Thank you very much, and hope to see you again.